me personally, it's a nice thing to play in Budapest. Still, as a club, as a team, we would have preferred to play here in Leipzig, in our own stadium. But still, we will go with full confidence in the game, and we'll try a good result. Try to get a good result in our home game. The second one, of course, they have, as our coach also mentioned, unbelievable quality. Not just up front, they have really good control over the game, good ball position game, very dangerous counterattacks, good set plays. So it's a very complete team. We have to defend them against them as a team. We have to try to close the spaces, have a good organization when we have the ball. So if we lose it, we have good counter pressing and good. We don't allow them to get the ball behind us, and that will be the key. General, we have a good moment. We are confident, and hopefully we can keep our run going.
Yeah, it's the same for my team. We cannot train as well. We have a lot of games in the Bundesliga and the Cup as well, and the Champions League. We have no time for training. We have no time to adapt things, but I'm happy with the development of my team at all. We did not train, but we went in the right direction in the past, and I hope we go in the right direction in the future as well, especially in the game against Liverpool. We know that Liverpool is still a very good team with a lot of world-class players, with a good idea, with a good counter-pressing, with good movements behind the defense line. If they have space and you have no pressure on the ball, then it's always difficult to defend, especially the wing forwards who have a good timing to run deep. So I think the results in the Premier League didn't account for the Champions League. It's a new competition. They just can win a title in the Champions League, and I think they will be 100% focused for the game tomorrow. And we also, and then we try to fight and try to win the game.
Yeah, of course. On one side, it's a special game for me because I spent 6 years at a very special club. On the other side, there's not many players apart from the one our coach mentioned. Jordan Henderson was the only one I played in Liverpool together, and the whole squad changed since the club went through a lot of changes. So of course, from the name here, from the name side, it's a special game. But on the other side, I don't really know many players anymore from there. But overall, what for me the most important is, that we play a good game. And I think, as our coach also mentioned, if we play a top game, if we have a top performance, we can make it really difficult for Liverpool, and that's our goal throughout the two games. And hopefully, at the end, we'll be the one team coming through.
The decision is not really made now, depending Dominic. We will see. It's still a big injury, but it go in the right direction. But we will see. I cannot decide it today. I have to talk to the guys who train every day with him, and then we will see if it's possible for him or not. For me, it's the first time in Budapest. For Pete, it's not the first time, so it could be an advantage that we have players, Willy and Pete, who play games in Budapest. But I have to talk to Pete if it's a big advantage. I don't know exactly the results when they play there, but normally Pete and Willy win nearly every game, so it will be very good. It was my first game on international stage against Liverpool with Hoffenheim, and now I have more experience on international stage. I try to develop every day. I try to develop every week, every month, every year. So I have a lot of more games now with a different team. So I hope I developed, and I hope we will see the results in the next game, and also the next games and next years. Liverpool totally changed. I think they have new players, different players like they have in the game. I don't know, 5 years ago. They developed and won the Premier League title, won the Champions League. So they're very successful. One of the most successful teams in European soccer. So it will be totally new and a totally different game, and there's nothing to do with the game 5 years ago.
And the second question, also from Charlie Wyatt, is to Peter. The question is, Alisson is seen as one of the best keepers in the world, but he has made a couple of big mistakes in the last two matches. Are you surprised? And as a keeper, how do you recover from that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that he made the 2 mistakes. This is our life as goalkeepers. We always very much we get a lot of attention when we make mistakes, and of course it was 2 unfortunate games for him, but he's still for me one of the best goalkeepers in the world. If you see how Liverpool changed after he came into the club, how successful he played over the last 2.5 years, how many clean sheets, how he transformed the defensive work of Liverpool. It's not just as a goalkeeper, but also playing with the ball. He's given a lot to his team, and just because he made now 2 or 3 mistakes, it's not going to change the fact that he's a fantastic goalkeeper. I mean, experts and journalists, they always like to pick on those things. That's our life as goalkeepers, but I still think, that he's one of the best, and everybody makes mistakes. So, yeah, it's just our life.